It's a 1950 Riley Roadster. They only made 500 of them in England. This particular car was sent to an MG dealer in New York in 1950 to see if it would catch on, and it did not do well. It was competing against the Jaguar X120s and X140s at the same price. So this car sat on the floor, never did sell, and was eventually purchased by Anne Klein, who was a fashion designer in New York City, and her husband Bill Klein. They kept the car. They also bought an MG TA YA that I had too, so I had actually 2 cars of hers. And then this one was traded by them to a guy in Edgewood, Maryland, who passed away in 1972, and the car sat in a barn in Edgewood, Maryland from 1972 until 1996, when I went there to buy an MG at the estate sale and bought this. Well, I bought the MG and this. So this didn't go at auction because nobody knows anything about Rileys, and I didn't either. And so I came home and read about Riley and read the history. And the history of Riley goes back to about 1903, 1904, when they started building. They were building bicycles and selling bicycles. They were one of the first companies to put a little motor on it and made it a 3-wheeler motorcycle. And in the 20s, Riley was active in the race circuit, and they built sedans and the Roadster here, and then went out of business in 1952. The interesting thing about this engine is that before the war, they only made a smaller engine. This engine they beefed up to 100 horsepower and put it in the military vehicles during World War II, and it was such a solid engine that they then put it into 2.5 liter now, and they put that into the cars, in both the sedans and the Roadsters. So I rebuilt it. Took 4 years basically, and a lot of people ask about the hood ornament.
Janet was going to ask you about that.
So let me tell you what I know about the hood ornament. Nothing.
It looks like polo ponies are racing.
Well, I thought
ponies.
this would be an appropriate place to bring the car because of the polo grounds here.
Yes.
Well, I was told that when you bought this car, you could, from Riley, order a number of different hood ornaments. A golfer, an airplane, or whatever. So apparently Bill Klein, who was into horse racing in New York, had that installed. So I think that's pretty fascinating.
It's way better than
So that's a brief history.
This used to be a Volkswagen.
Did you tell him that?
I didn't! I didn't! That just seems so right now.
And what else about it, Bill?
Well, it's a 1937 Model TA, which they made a handful of. This was the last of the design of
Go ahead, get closer.
T-cars, which is what this represents.
So it's painted in the colors of cream crackers?
No, because the cream crackers were had a brown wings.
The wings, right? And this is the burgundy.
This was interesting because I had the show in California right after I had finished doing it for the first time, and it was in a cream that looked terrible. And they parked right next to me. One car was this color, and the other one was this color. So I said, aha.
Ah, so you changed the colors.
Yeah, immediately as soon as I got home.
Okay.
So is it on a Volkswagen chassis, or like why did you say it used to be a Volkswagen?
I was just pulling.
Like what do you mean? Well, I have chosen your car as the Chieftain to receive the cable. Thank you for bringing it here. It is beautiful.
Look at the cameras, Bill.
It's a driver. I drive it every couple of weeks.
Somebody with them.
I was a school teacher, so I didn't become a lot of money or anything. I would save up for a year, and then I'd do a big job. Like 1 year was paint, 1 year was interior, 1 year was the tires, 1 year was the clutch, 1 year was the cooling system, and just little by little, got it back on the road. But I drive it.
It just amazes me to hear this car in a barn for, you know, XYZ.
Yeah, I never find those
a
barns.
car in a field, and then they get restored to where they are now. It just amazes me that these cars are left out.
They still call them barn finds, but I don't know that there's that
Harder and harder to find a barn finder.
Yeah. It's not a show car. The original people back in '65 drove this from Boulder to Alaska. That's 1,000 miles of dirt road going up and back on the Alcan Highway. And they said it was the first one the people up there had ever seen.
Yeah.
As chief, or here's chief, I'm games marshal.
You are.
Where am I today? As games marshal for the Colorado Scottish Festival. I've chosen your car to receive a Caber Award.
Oh, how nice, thank you.